Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I have this week, I'd like to say one or two things about this community. If you like to sign up to a weekly email, every time we release the article release once a week. And if you would like to receive it directly to your mailbox, please on the website, if you just submit your email, and then every time we publish the article in a week, you will be one of the people on the list that are able to receive the article. And we also publish the podcast and the video blog once a week as well. And I say if you also have one or two things that you like to contribute to this community, you can reach out to us on the website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Once again, www.lifeforlivingwell.com. So let's dive into the topic for this week because I'm conscious of the time. So the topic I'm looking at this week is what I call what would you learn in taking control of your life. So once again, the topic is what would you learn in taking control of your life. So as we normally do is to take one or two person individual, but in this case we taking one individual and we use how they summarize the topic we're looking at from their own perspective, and they will be around it. So this week I'm taking from Dr. Seuss how he concluded or his own perspective about us taking control of our own life. He put it this way: only you can control your future. So, no government, no your parent, no your enemy, no your neighbor, not even your friend. Is all within your power to control your future, the kind of future you have. So you hear people say the future will determine itself. So all they think about is enjoy it just for today only and forget about tomorrow. And you have other people that they just overplan for tomorrow and they fail to live for today. And then tomorrow comes and they're full of regret. So how do we find the balance between now and the future? So taking control is not only just going to happen for the future, it will also play a part in your current life, in your present right now. So taking control, what it looks like and its benefit. So this is what I'm going to cover in this particular podcast for this week. So the idea of taking control will resonate with many people, and it will depend on age, environment, and the experience the life have thrown to them. But what does taking control actually look like? This is the question that you should ask yourself as you listen to this podcast. And what are the benefits? And these are the things that we try to explore in this podcast this week. So taking control is a complex concept that is often misunderstood and mistakenly equated with being controlling. And it's totally two different things. Someone that's very controlling can be extremely rigid individual that resisting change. Somebody that taking control may be more responsible, sometimes overly responsible, by not overly depend on things outside of them, and very open-minded to embrace the change. So in many cases, taking control is the opposite of how people approach their daily lives and endeavors. And you will say, you might even be one of those people as you listen. Instead of taking charge, they may avoid responsibility by indulging in habits and attitudes that are counterproductive to their goals. So, what did they do? They didn't write their goals for the day or for the week or for the month down. They don't even know. They have it in their mind, they have it in their head, but they are not willing to do the work that are required to make it happen. They just think how they feel and they react to it. So they're waiting until the time they feel happy, joyful, or have a lot of energy to go out and do it, or feel being inspired to make it happen. This is not taking control. The taking control sometimes will comes when you are not feeling it. You still drag yourself to make it happen. You're ready to do the hard work, even though it looks like you are luckiest person in the world, but you create your luck by a series of actions that you are taking. So some people develop a mindset of helplessness, waiting for others to rescue them from their challenges. They perceive hard work as a burden and often avoid it altogether. Will you say you know someone like this, or will you say you are like this? So the next question is, what does taking control look like? So let's quickly break it down. For each individual, taking control may manifest differently. The way it will manifest for me might be different from the way it will manifest it for you. However, there are common elements that characterize this mindset. It often begins with accountability, acknowledging our actions and inactions, and willingness to embrace a shift in mindset. Have you met someone that don't look back and their life has not reached or turned out the way they want, and they blame everyone that have taken part in their life from the day they were born to the day they were married and to the day they left? So taking control might even make it uncomfortable for us to take other things that we have no control. You don't have a control of the people around you when you have child. There's no way you're going to know that the person you marry is going to turn out the way they turn out if you are not able to develop yourself to the point that you can identify the red flags before you enter that relationship. And also that the people change, and the way they change, you might not have control about it, but are you still blaming that event in your life that is the reason why your life has not changed to the thing that you want, or are you happy the way it turned out too? Because sometimes we find ourselves in a situation or places that we didn't plan to be there, but it ended up to be the best place that we could have been. If you actually think about it, our own plan is to have certain kind of life, to enjoy certain kind of lifestyle, but then the event of series of events in our life have a different shape of a plan, and it took us to different direction, and we actually look back and say, wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is the best thing that can ever happen to us. So for example, in career, they invest time, effort, and dedication into mastering their craft. These kind of people are the people that take control of what happened to them in their career. So if at the end, if they overqualify for the job, the opportunity is coming for them left and right. And if they decide to let go, they are willing to retrain themselves and change the path, and the story change. So in business, they actively build networks which eventually translate into greater opportunities and financial success. So what about the benefit of taking control. There's a few of them that I put down, and I briefly will mention it because of the time, as I wanted this podcast to just limited to just 15 minutes. So taking control of your life offer numerous benefits. So including number one, a sense of purpose. So taking control helps create a sense of purpose and fulfillment, which contribute to enduring happiness and well-being. Number two, better decision making. So what will happen is that you have a very strong self-control, enable you to delay the gratification because you already decided what you wanted to do. You are making a choice, the goal you want to go. And there will be plenty of distraction. There will be plenty of discouragement. There will be time that you are not feeling it, but you have to rise up and do it. So leading to better decisions and outcomes. Number three, improve well-being. What did I mean by this? High self-control is associated with greater happiness, better health, and stronger social relationships. So these are good stuff that come from taking control of our own life. So number four is career success. People with high self-control often enjoy more successful careers. It's self-evident. So number five, peace of mind. And in the peace of mind is the calmness of mind. You're able to create more stuff. Innovation, creativity will be abundant for you in this place because your mind is at peace and you're able to connect to the zone of innovation, creativity, intuitiveness. So taking responsibility for your life provides a sense of peace, even if outcomes don't always meet expectations. And another one that I put down here that I really actually like more is increase in agency. What did I mean by that? Is the belief in your ability to shape your future, that your life is not dependent on politicians or government, even your parents or friends, or even your bosses or your employer. It depends on your hand. Taking control enhances the sense of personal power, and don't give this away to anybody. Don't, because if you give it to anyone outside of you, you may not really enjoy the life. You live constantly in fear, worry, anxiety. This is not the emotion that you want to tolerate too much in you. So, tip for taking control of your life. So this is the interesting part of the message. Number one, prioritize. Review your to-do list. Remove irrelevant, uninspiring tasks. Focus on what matters most and use a calendar to track progress. Number two, break goals into smaller steps. The Chinese have this particular proverb or philosophy. It says, 1,000 miles start with a one step. And there's a favorite book say, how do you eat an elephant? Step by step. So it is important to break our goals down, to not just entertain vague in our goals. This will make it difficult for us to move. And refuse to get yourself involved in multitasking. Break your stuff down into and assign different priority to them. Tackle your tasks based on the priority on your list. And in fact, limit them to the things that's essential that can make a difference in your goal for the day. If you focus on the 20% of your goal, you will realize that the 80% of it, you manage to get it done. So if you have a large goal, divide it into smaller, manageable tasks to build momentum. So the same approach happens if you have a debt to pay. List your debt and tackle the one that is least first. So you create the momentum, you feel good element that you're able to pay it off, and you can divert the extra money you release into the bigger debt, and you can tackle it the same way. And so this also relevant to dealing with the project or goals. Keep multiple to-do lists. So someone said organize separate lists for different aspects of your life, such as home, work, and social responsibilities. And I also had to add that keep a journal. Journal will be a thing that you hold yourself accountable. It helps you to be more reflective, help you to be more aware of your dark spot, things that you didn't see. You become a mirror and your image. It helps you to appreciate what you done well for the day. You also use it to raise a deep question, or what can you do? What are the three things can you do better tomorrow? So these are the things that can help us to take control and holding us accountable for our own journey and life. So when you take control, you no longer see the process as mere hard work, but as essential, purposeful effort. People who take control of their lives often achieve the future they desire. So I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again, please stay safe and have a wonderful week. Thank you for your time. Ciao.